So I have to ask. I have tried to put my balls up there. They go, but it's so like I even as a doctor, I'm like something's wrong. Like so it feels like.
Well, yeah, it's
And that's how you're just supposed to feel.
yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I guess where it started.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go right into it.
Hopefully, people out there know who I am by this point. We're on episode, I don't even know what. And
This is 30, actually.
This is episode 30?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So my name is Nick Lemmer. I am a dancer, photographer, filmmaker, YouTuber, creative artist. Currently performing in RuPaul's Drag Race live at the Flamingo in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Get your tickets.
We have been watching you for quite some time. We've seen you in Vegas.
Yeah.
We've seen you on
the
TV.
show
Many times.
Okay.
Yeah, we're big fans of Drag Race. And so it's so crazy to us that since we started this podcast, we've been able to meet so many people that like we were watching you on TV or like we were just, seeing you through social media.
Yeah.
And here we are. So where are you from is number one question I have.
I'm originally from Wisconsin, basically Green Bay, Wisconsin. And then, grew up there, went to school in Madison, Wisconsin, Wisconsin.
Did you have brothers and sisters growing up?
Yes, I'm the youngest of three.
Oh, wow.
One older brother, one older sister. Wow. They're both mechanical engineers.
Really?
Hence that route that I went.
Are they straight?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
And so you were kind of like, they're doing this. That sounds like a good idea too. Is that what kind of led you into following their path or?
Yeah, because I had always been really good at school and got really good grades and just like I'm so competitive that I tried so hard. I remember I got an A- in my senior year like history class and I was devastated because it ruined my like 4.0 or whatever that you just worked so hard on. Obviously does not matter.
Well, at the moment, those things are huge.
Yeah.
And then you look back and you're like, wow, what a waste of energy. But
how was coming out to your parents?
Yeah.
I was biking home from class in college and a car drove in front of me and I basically like flew over the windshield, cracked it. Or shattered the windshield, like flew off. I was honestly fine for the most part, just obviously in shock.
Yeah.
But then that night I had to go see some sort of dance performance for a dance class I was taking in college. I was taking some dance classes just to like keep my sanity.
Sure.
And I had to go watch one of the live performances and it was a professor who was telling his life story of being gay in Jamaica or something.
Wow.
And all of it basically would just made me realize, life is short. I'm gay and I can't can't wait. I can't like
live your life.
Yeah, I can't be a closet anymore. So I told a few of my roommates and then drove home and didn't tell my parents that I was coming home because I didn't feel like having the suspense of like, why is he coming home?
Right.
And then my dad was actually fishing in Canada. So my mom was the only one home. But it was kind of nice to just have my mom.
Right.
One person at a time.
Yeah. And so I came out to her and she was like, yeah, we knew since you were like 3.
No way.
She told me that she told my dad and my dad was like, I love him no matter what.
Oh, that's
and so naturally I sobbed.
Of course.
And I'm very grateful to have like a very supportive family overall. And
what an emotional day. You get hit by a car, limber enough to like just whip it right out and go to the performance, have more emotion flung your way.
Realize that life is too short.
Yeah.
Goes to your mom, comes out to your mom, and then your mom embraces you.
Yeah. That's
what a joy.
Pretty incredible because there's a lot of people out there, even to this moment, that are like still terrified to come out to their parents. I mean, I never even had the like official conversation. I came out to my mom when I was 24, 25 at a Mexican restaurant because I was just like, I can't.
And your family's not very supportive.
No, I mean, well, it depends on your definition of support. So they are very nice to Gabriel. They're very nice to me, but they want me to tone down the gay stuff. That's always like the vibe. Like tone down the gay stuff, or why do you have to be so gay? And I'm like, well, I am that gay.
Me.
You
This
know?
is me. There's,
So, and then they just have no respect for like how I feel about the current state of the world and the, things that I go through as a gay person, he goes through as a person of color. And, so those types of things, especially over the last, 5 or 6 years, have become more important to me. And so it's really hard for me to connect with them on any level because those sort of foundational or pillar aspects of like what I believe in are not even conversation points that I can have with them. So it's tough, but I think a lot of people are going through a similar situation that I am. I think having chosen family is super important.
Absolutely.
Which is one of the reasons we moved to LA, is to really expand our chosen family and get to meet more people that are like us.
Before moving here, we had no friends.
Really?
Well,
yeah.
We had a couple.
Yeah.
But not really. We spend a lot of time together.
Really
and
focus on ourselves.
Yeah, travel a lot. Always like to travel, but never spend much time in Jacksonville fostering relationships in the city.
Yeah. Did you guys meet in Jacksonville?
We met in Miami. He was living in Orlando. I was living in Miami. And then we knew each other from social media, Instagram, for years before we actually met. And then he came down to Miami. We met that night. After that first night, we stayed together.
Every night.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
When you know, and or at least you hope. And,
and
if you're fortunate and you put the work in, you can, make a relationship work. And
I was not looking for a relationship back then, and he wasn't either. And we were like,
go.
I cannot believe I'm meeting this person because he seems just too perfect. And I don't want to let it go. I just want to, invest my time. And it just worked.
Amazing.
So when you moved to LA, was it a pretty easy transition for you? And you had mentioned that your first sort of interaction was like, I don't want to go there. How did that change?
So when Rhea deciding to move to LA after going through all of that, like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to do the normal, get a degree, get a normal job.
Right.
So I basically got to the point where it's like, I have to figure out for myself of like if I'm going to enjoy this place or not. And I'm at a point where literally it feels like there's no other options for me. Like I have to explore this. I have to pursue my dreams.
Right.
So I was like, this is where I'm going.
Yeah.
I basically found a random guy on Facebook from North Dakota who was moving to LA, and I think he was a photographer. And I literally took a bus from Wisconsin to North Dakota with my like 2 suitcases.
What?
How far is that?
Oh God, good question. Far.
Wow.
Like I did the damn thing to get here. Met up with him, stayed at his place for the night, and then we took his like old small sedan car across the fucking country. And so we lived in this place in Studio City for a year. It was a 1-bedroom. He took living room, like, just really saved money.
That's the point.
And
At
then
least you made it to LA.
Yeah. And then from there, I was a host and food runner at the Hard Rock Cafe at the Universal City Walk, which was insane. Hosting in general is insane. And then I realized like you get all of the people from the theme park who have been in lines all day
and they're
and
angry,
they all
hungry.
exit at the same time and they're hungry, tired, and don't want to wait in any more damn lines. And I have to be like, hi, it's a 45-minute wait for your family of 7. What's your phone number?
Yep. Sorry. That's how it works.
Yeah. But then from there, I also started going at the Abbey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which was a wild experience.
I'm sure.
But honestly, it was really good for my outwardly like performance confidence.
For sure.
Right.
For sure.
To be dancing in front of the gay audience.
Yeah. And also feedback and like the whole like go-go dancer, at least how I took it was like, I have to get these people to watch me and like, tip me.
Right.
And I was never the like, the dancers who are just like ripped.
Okay, I don't see that, but okay, you look ripped to me.
Thank you. But I feel
like
you know what I mean. Like
I get you. Like
the
bodybuilder,
massive bodybuilder. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna fucking dance.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget. This one guy was staring at me, and I like was just seducing him, and he ran into a wall. And I was like, I've made it.
Good job.
Yeah.
See, I have always wanted to have that experience of being like in the role of a go-go boy or able to like use my dance moves or whatever to like seduce. I think that's such a cool feeling, such a cool skill. And it's crazy because it's such a controversial like idea, right? Especially, you know, if I told my parents I wanted to be a go-go boy, they would not be pleased. But that was all, literally, and we even have a story where last summer we went and took a 7-week bartending course just so I could work at a strip club because I've just wanted to work at one my whole life.
Yeah.
And it's hard work.
Yeah, we did. We
ended up doing it.
Yeah,
we weren't dancers, but I wanted that to be like my intro or entrance point. And who knows? Maybe one day I'll still go at some
a strip
point.
club in LA.
It was actually in Florida.
Tampa.
Mm-hmm. Wild times.
Well, you both obviously could like go anywhere you wanted.
We might.
And like a lot of places, if you just want to do it for a night, or whatever, they'll usually let you as like an audition.
For sure.
I mean, I haven't done it in years, so maybe
we'll
all
change, three. We'll make a little. We'll make a little group.
To be honest, I miss parts of it.
Sure.
Like the freedom and like just being to like.
Because you can do anything you want.
Anything you want
on stage.
Yeah.
And I love like house and club music.
Same.
And a lot of the times,
so fun.
It wasn't the music I want to listen to.
Sure. Yeah. That makes sense.
But when it was music where I was like feeling it,
you're having fun.
Yeah. Having fun, making decent money.
Yeah.
Because that's a great combination, right? You know, a go-go dancer can have fun and also make dollar bills.
Right. That's my dream. Have fun, make money.
Absolutely.
So it's what's interesting is I didn't have the ability or the opportunity to dance. Again, only child, like grew up super conservative, so dancing wasn't going to happen. Baseball maybe, football I want for me, but my parents would have loved it. But dance would have totally been something that I would have been drawn to. But I always wanted to be a performer. I didn't have the ability to say, oh, I want to be a dancer because I had never tried. But I love to perform in front of my family at any capacity. If it was like a family reunion, I'd grab a fake mic and be telling the weather, acting like I was the weatherman. Like that was very me. And I'm still very much that. I love performing in front of people. I usually also like to do it for myself. Like I talk to him and tell him like, you know, when back in the day, I would perform like Spice Girls to my mom and I'd make her sit on the bed and watch me.
Absolutely.
And I have no knowledge or image of what her like response or reaction was because it was all about me.
Right.
I just wanted to perform. And so that is like still how I feel. I feel like being on stage is something I like still like long for.
Yeah.
So how did you go from Hard Rock host to that first audition with Drag Race?
Yes. So my first like real and major audition was for like a Janet Jackson tour and like but open call. So like I was not, you know,
still incredible experience but, like to walk in that room.
It was
that's crazy.
It was it was incredibly bad for because like first of all, since it was an open call, anyone, whether you're represented or not, can come.
Sure.
And so it was a lot of waiting outside, and so I got sunburned because I'm so pale and like was not thinking of that.
Right.
And
from
then
Wisconsin.
Yes. Very much.
Very Wisconsin. And then walked into this like jazz funk, hip hop groove Janet Jackson audition that like at the time I had no real experience doing any of that.
Did you have like that imposter syndrome like right away?
Literally I was like, I moved back to Wisconsin, right? This is I leave tomorrow. Because I was like, this couldn't be further from what feels like is for me.
Right.
And to tie that into Drag Race, so I got the audition from my agent at the time, went to it, felt really good about the first audition, got a callback, which was huge. I never got a callback. I think it was a callback, but then went back with a smaller group and just did the dance that they taught us, and then I think we freestyled a bit.
Was the choreographer Jamal Sims at the time?
Yes.
Wow, so he was the one also auditioning, like he was there? Or
yes,
he just
it was him. I think Ru was there.
Sure.
And that was the choreography and all of it was like, I feel like I fit in.
Wow, you could
this
in comparison to Janet. It was
in comparison to Janet,
a stark contrast.
Yeah.
And so later, a few weeks or whatever, I got the call from my agent that I booked it, and naturally freaked out, called my family, and was like, I guess I'm moving to Vegas. And then from there, Jamal basically has given me all of my jobs at this point. Amazing. Which I'm so thankful for. But he had me on for my first like episode of the TV show, was season 13.
Sure.
It was the finale episode with Got Mick and Candy Muse and them. We're all in like helmets and stuff because it was still pandemic, so you can't even see me. But that was my first TV episode, I think.
We'll watch it tonight.
Yeah. And then from there, I did like an All-Stars 6 finale episode. We did season 14's finale in Vegas, which was fun because they just used the us Vegas dancers, which was fun. I think that's
season. You were also made over.
Oh yes.
I mean, let's not wait. Hold on. First, before we even get into that, who came up with Lazy Susan? How did Lazy Susan come to be?
Fully Plain Jane.
I see. I mean, she's an icon.
I actually came in with the suggestion, and then she was like, "That's cool, but
I actually
we're gonna do this.
We're gonna do this."
And then obviously, okay, before I get into this, I was gonna say about the drag race and dancing. Why I've like stuck around with drag race for so long, obviously because it's a good job, but I enjoy it so much, and for my like dance ability and what I think I can offer for like a performance, it just seems like it fits in really well with drag race, whether that's the performing on the TV episodes or the live show specifically, where they really hired dancers that are versatile and a lot of styles, and who can pick up choreography really quickly because we learn new numbers so often. And so I'm just very thankful that I found this world where I feel like my dance abilities like really fit and shine and like highlighted. So
talent is like lifted up instead of
and I'm, especially with the opening of the Vegas show, I was like, I feel like I am in this like a little piece of this like crazy queer history.
You are.
And so I was like, this is so fucking cool,
so impactful, really.
And so impactful. And so I'm just like very proud and like grateful, thankful, just all the things about
you should be
my experience with drag race.
Well, I think that's probably obvious to everyone that works with you too, because they continue to want to work with you. And I'm relatively certain that based on my experience and the places I've worked, you want to be around people who are happy to be there, feel like they're a part of the puzzle, and able to lift the whole performance up and see themselves lifted at the same time. And it sounds like it's just been a great fit.
I've had, especially moving here and coming from nothing, there's the only way to survive is to tell yourself that you can do it, or that you will figure it out. So that's how I've gotten by through my LA and through Vegas. It's just like, well, I'll figure it out. You'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
And I have. So.
Same thing for me. When I moved to America when I was 20 years old, I knew that I didn't want to go back to my old life. I didn't want to go back to Brazil. I wanted to move forward. Problems arise, and I just had to deal with it. And here I was alone. I didn't have any family, so I had to like learn and be better, be tougher, and that's how I got to be an adult on my own here.
But when we started doing this podcast, I had initially been doing a podcast for another company that I had worked for, and I was terrified. I didn't want to be in front of lights. I didn't want to be allowing someone to have control over the videography and like all that content. Like, where are they going to put it? How am I going to look? And then I just did it, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed connecting with people, and I was like, hey, you could do this too. And he's like, I don't know my language, I get shy, nervous. I'm like, I feel all those things. When you get in front of the camera, you're going to feel those things. But over time, look at you now.
Look at me now. I'm talking like a native.
It's just, pushing yourself and realizing that, the only limiting factor is really you at the end of the day.
1,000%.
And, it
takes
a
mindset.
It takes energy to want to do it as well. Like if you don't want to do it, it's not going to happen.
Absolutely.
So you ended up getting your dream gig dancing, and then we get you on Drag Race right there. A lot of screen time, not just performing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were basically
comfortable?
in the cast
Yeah.
of that season, at least.
Were you comfortable with that vibe? Like, were you like, I'm ready for my close-up? Or you're like, this is not for me?
When I got a call from one of the producers from the TV show that they wanted to bring us Vegas dancers to do the makeover episode, first of all, I was like, fuck yes.
A dream.
Yes.
I was like, absolutely, yes, absolutely.
Creme de la crop is going to be doing your makeup and, you know, like putting your clothes together.
Yeah, but that was definitely my first time dancer. Well, that was my first time not being like to the side or like behind the people who are being filmed.
You were the front.
So that was intimidating at first, and I think it definitely shows if you like watch the beginning of the episode to the end of the episode.
I mean, I would be feeling the same way.
Yeah, so it was a bit overwhelming, but it did help to have all of the Vegas dancers because like we're all like family at this point.
Sure.
So doing it with all of them was so fun.
Yes.
And since we were like special guests of the episode, it was just like they gave us robes. You got food. Yeah, it was good.
Amazing.
They treat us well when we're dancers too. But
Sure,
we were like,
of course. But when you're a special guest,
treat like a queen.
That's not common for most of us to be a special guest. So you get into this situation.
Yes.
You're assigned to work with Plain Jane.
Yes.
Did you? I mean, obviously on the episode, it looks like you both are like immediately hit it off.
Yes.
Was that how you say it went, or did it take a minute to like vibe?
I think in general we're both a little like socially awkward is the wrong word. But no,
I get what you mean though.
Yeah.
It shows on camera. Like you both were like similar personality though. At least it looked. It looked like it was a good pairing.
I think there's aspects of our personalities that are so similar that there's times where like we almost needed a different personality.
Right.
So, like, but no, in like she made me very comfortable very quickly. Definitely like, I couldn't have asked for a better partner.
Sure.
And then when she was like, so I'm basically like, I just go for like fierce cunt puss. I was like,
same.
Yeah.
It's like,
let's do it.
God, let's go.
That's the right one.
And then, I will be honest, I went in with the episode being like, I'm gonna do everything in my capable of to win this episode. Like I'm gonna fucking win this
for sure.
That's your opportunity.
Yeah. So when we found out like what we had to all do for the extra choreography and stuff, I was like, okay, let me just bang out something that we can do. I'll teach it to you before we get onto the stage to practice it. And so I taught her some stuff. She's like, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I like that. And then so I was just like, okay, let's do it. And then she put me in drag, and then we started talking about like our backgrounds and stuff. And it was just an absolute blast. Had no idea that, because we're walking into not knowing these queens. And then so the rest of the audience has seen their progression.
Right.
But when we're there, we have no idea. So I had no idea of her like
backstory,
crazy season.
True.
And I didn't get those vibes like that much.
Sure.
Like she made shady comments, but they all did because they were close.
Yeah. Right. Everyone has a storyline that's amplified, which is TV. We want that as an audience member.
So at first, the fans were like, I don't know about this Plain Jane. Right. And then she like opened up and people were like, okay, actually she's great.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we loved her since the first episode. We're like, this bitch is going to win.
Yeah, we were rooting for her that season.
We like when, if you're going to be like mean, like make it at least feel like natural or a part of your persona. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like in the show, and it's a TV show, some people like force it so hard to be mean that it just makes the audience.
Her.
Yeah, it just felt like it was just
exactly. It was her
since day one.
Yeah,
and that makeover challenge specifically, I think is my favorite because they got to bring you guys and you got to teach them choreography, something. So it was something that it was both together. Usually it's them doing a makeup and someone who never done makeup before,
right?
And it's a lot of work for them because they have to come up with an outfit, makeup,
they teach them choreography. You're already
performer,
star and right, so it's kind of like a good synergy to make the episode work really well. I think it's probably one of the highest feedback episodes, I'm sure, because it just felt like a very easy, natural way for the audience to enjoy seeing all the queens.
Yeah, I think like what was great was because two major things were different from like previous makeover episodes is that all of the people you bring into makeover usually don't know each other.
Sure.
And this time we're literally family.
Yeah.
And so you're bringing in like 6 sisters with six sisters.
Right.
And also 6 performers with 6 performers.
Exactly.
And so we were all like,
great combination.
Let's do it.
what's up? Let's go.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
I'm going to win.
After watching the episode, we were like, I wish they brought this dancers every
Yeah,
single
or
time
like
because it's just so fun.
Some sort of performers.
Yeah.
It's really good to see. What part of the drag made you feel the most puss? Was it the makeup, the
tuck.
hair, the tuck, the
It wasn't
pads?
any of that. Honestly, it was just the heels.
The heels. The same thing that we wear when we're 1 and 2 and 3 of our mom's closet. The heels.
Yeah.
It still has the same power.
Yeah, I put like this short like pump of planes on that like barely fit my foot, and then she like was helping me walk because obviously I came in and was like, I can walk in heels, and she was like, you look like a fridge. So she was like helping, and then she was like, and then once I got it, I was, and then
Not painful.
It's painful.
Okay.
Right. We have heels. We just bought them on Amazon, so
Yeah.
probably not the best place to get your first pair of heels that aren't going to kill your feet.
Yeah.
And the other drag queens have told us that. We need to find like a good shoe that will give us confidence and not completely destroy our feet.
Were you tuck?
I did tuck. I was like, I'm doing the whole thing.
How was that?
Yeah. What is that like?
For
Yeah.
me, not to be like graphic, but
Right.
No, yeah, not at all.
it like the balls just kind of went up easily.
Okay.
So you did the one, because there's multiple ways to tuck,
Oh yeah, so there's
right?
multiple ways.
So you did the one where the balls went inside.
Plain taught me that one, and then she had like tucking panties, which helps restrict
I see.
the extra stuff.
Yep.
And it was not comfortable by any means, but I
Yeah.
was like, if I'm gonna do drag, I'm gonna
do it all the way.
Do it all the way.
So I have to ask. I have tried to put my balls up there. They go, but it's so like I even as a doctor, I'm like something's wrong. Like it feels like.
Well, yeah, it's
And that's how you're just supposed to feel.
yeah.
Wow. Good for them.
So it felt okay the whole day that we were airing, but then a few months later, Plane came to Vegas to do a photo shoot of us so that we could post that for when the episode aired.
Right. Fierce.
Which was so nice for her. We had a lot of fun. She put me back in drag.
Right.
And that time, my balls were just
not ready.
I don't know what it was, but they were in so much pain.
How long are you tuck?
For the episode, maybe like a couple of hours.
Okay.
Because it's like the last thing you do is put on that bottom. And then, I mean, same for when we did the photo shoot. It was only a couple hours, but they started hurting right away. And so
I can imagine.
I think just with practice, you get used to it. But I think, drag is painful.
Right.
Yeah,
that's
true.
literally head to toe pain.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm eager to dance in heels again because there was just something about it that.
Well, Playhouse has a heels class, and we would love to take it. If you're ever interested, we will go with you. We just have to all do the intro one, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've never done it before.
Honestly, I could probably use the intro.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah.
We actually
need to find better heels, though.
One of the podcast
With
producers, she does the heels class here.
Oh,
she
yeah?
was telling us about it because we told her we did.
Maybe we should all go together.
We'll bring her.
Absolutely.
It'll be fun. So, okay, we can check off all of your accomplishments. You've been on TV multiple times. You are a performer on the Las Vegas Strip, which is
drag
crazy. You've been a drag queen.
Mm-hmm.
What's next?
I'm doing a lot behind the scenes right now in various avenues because I do have so many creative interests. And I do have a YouTube series, Loverboy Diaries, that I should mention.
All right.
Put the link on the description.
I like your shirt.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to have to get one.
Yes.
It is very cute.
And it's just it's like a hybrid of scripted and real of my sort of life coming of age story.
Amazing.
And I'm working right now on the season 1 finale episode.
What?
Which, if you watch the first season, you'll understand.
We're going to be watching tonight.
What it's
Binging.
about.
I'm super excited.
That is sort of like a very big hint as to what is possibly next for me.
Are you on Drag Race season 18?
Oh, no.
You never know.
Absolutely not.
Well, what we need to do is have you come back after and give us a recap. We even talked about it already, so I would love to have you back. These hours literally fly by.
It did fly by.
And we like that because, again, we want it to be like a super relaxed conversation. And that's one of the reasons, too, we try to meet people here that we haven't met before because it's such a fun way to get to know each other and have you come back after we've watched all the episodes, the finale airs, and then we can talk about what's coming.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. This was
yes.
awesome.
We'll see you next time.
See you.